And we're at First State Lanes for the 1999 Top 10 tournament. The Prep Boys Division. Jeremy Elder, tournament leader, chose to start off the tournament on lane 3. And he's got a 310. Jeremy Elder bowls right here at First State Lanes in the Saturday morning program. He was the tournament leader. As I said, he had a 1661 for the 9 games of competition held earlier this year at Pleasant Hill. Good shot by Jeremy. Competition was at Pleasant Hill, Price Lanes, and First State. And we have Patrick Casssetta, 12 years old, from Boarama. And he leaves himself a 7-pin. Patrick Casssetta in the qualifying to make it to TV. In the background here we have Patrick's father, Anthony Casssetta, rooting his son on. Anthony works at Boarama, where his 2 sons bowl, Patrick and Tony. And in the qualifying for this, Patrick had a 256 to make it to the final match. He qualified in 2nd and defeated Tony Rieger by 110 pins to make it to the TV finals. Said Patrick's father and mother, Tony and Judy. His sister Crystal, older brother Anthony Jr. And he makes a 10-pin. And we have Jeremy Elder. Edna May and Michael are his parents. His then older brother Brian, who has competed in the past in the Top 10 tournament. Jeremy says he's been bowling for 10 years. And he bowls in the Holiday First Staters program at First State. And he chops the head pin off of that shot, which if he tried to do, he probably couldn't, because that's a very difficult thing to do. And after 2 frames, Patrick is slightly in the lead, about 10 pins. Jeremy up in the 3rd. And a nice strike by Jeremy Elder.
Reservation for Eric.
Both these young fellows are 12, so they'll both be moving up into the junior ranks next year. Oh, good ball by Patrick. Solid 10-pin. Patrick was 3rd in the state team tournament. Also placed in the youth adult 9 no tap. He's been bowling for 3 years. Does his bowling, of course, at Boarama. And he slips by that 10-pin. And the person that's had the most influence on his bowling has been his father. His dad's been bowling for about 17 years and has taught him how to bowl. And he likes tournaments, he likes the competition. And he gets a strike. And a little bit lucky there, which kind of made up for the solid 10-pin that he had on lane 4. Jeremy Elder coming up in the 4th. He's on a strike. He's got a lot of people that have influenced his game. His mom Kirkner, Charlie Seacrest, his Aunt Susan Turchin, a top 20 bowler for a number of years, and of course his older brother. And he makes a spare. Good shot. And Jeremy comes up in the 5th frame. And his reason for enjoying bowling in tournaments, he thinks it's fun, and he likes the experience of bowling in different lanes. And a nice strike for Jeremy. And that's the 5th frame, so that means it's time to take a break. We'll be back with more action on the Bowlers Gazette right after these words. And we're back with action at First State Lanes, the 1999 version of the Delaware Top 10 Tournament. Patrick Casssetta in our prep division match. And he gets a double. That puts him in the lead. Put that ball out a little bit too far. 1-2-8. Gives him 74 in the 4th. Working on his strike. And he makes the spare. And Jeremy Elder coming up. Jeremy was the high average this year in the preps. And right now he's about 10 pins down from Patrick Casssetta. Patrick has a spare in his 6th, so Jeremy needs a spare to keep close, and he goes past the 610. That gives him an 89 in the 6th. That was a much better ball. Oh, and look what he leaves. My, the 4-9. That was a good ball. No reason for that to be there. Well, that's one of the breaks of the game. Sometimes you just don't get what you think you should have. And he made a shot for it. Gives him 98 through 7. Patrick coming up in the 7th. And he comes in with his strike is in 114 through 6. And he's got a substantial lead in this match. And Patrick Casssetta on lane 3. And he comes with a double. Good ball by Patrick Casssetta. Jeremy Elder on lane 4. brushed up there a little bit on that one. And that can happen when you get a little bit anxious up there under the lights. Okay. Bad frame for Jeremy. 107 through 8. He's got to get himself together, organized now. Yeah, some days that happens. Some days you got it, some days you just don't. And that ball didn't quite come back. 1, 2, 10. And it looks like that tournament leader jinx is still in effect. Okay, 116 through 9. But you get the fun and the thrill of being on TV and the exposure. I'm sure he'll be back next year in the juniors. And an 8 count for Patrick. 1-3. And he makes the spare. 162 in the 8. Good frame here. We'll give him a 200 game. Oh, 8-10. Sounded like the ball slipped off his finger a little bit. Looked like it was gone in the gutter and then really hooked at the end. Well, he's got enough to win the match. 188 for Patrick Casssetta. Good game. And Jeremy Elder will finish his game out. And he leaves a 9-pin. And he makes the spare. Yeah, it was a rough day for Jeremy. But he'll be back on another day. And he leaves a 5-pin for a 134. And our winner this year's tournament, top 10 Prep Boys, Patrick Casssetta. We'll be back with more right after this.